What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is DJCS. Welcome back to an all-new video here on my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to be going over your time trials in GTA Online as well as your event week from the week of July 23rd through July 29th. Now, of course, we're going to start off with your time trials. First, your time trials are Stab City and Power Station, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into Stab City. Go ahead and hit on the marker, start it up, place your waypoint. You're actually not going to follow your waypoint. Now, originally, I would say yes, follow your waypoint, but I had an idea while I was looking at the map here. There's a lot of turns and stuff the way that the waypoint is telling you to go. So I had an idea to try a different route, and that is the route I'm going to show you guys. You're actually going to go up a different part over here on the kind of more to the right of the map and just go straight up the middle. It's a lot safer, a lot less turns, a lot less blind turns, and not that much NPC traffic. So like I said, I'm going to show you guys how to do this a much better way. So go ahead and restart, reset, and as always, use a Hakuchi drag, a Shotaro. If you don't have a Shotaro, I'm going to actually tell you guys how you can get one later on, or the Bati 801R or the Akula, the last two being the slowest of the four. So when you start off, it's simple enough. Just follow the waypoint for now. Be careful of NPCs. They will pop up out of nowhere. But once you get to a certain point, you're not going to turn off to the right. You're going to continue on to this main road until we get to kind of a path that I've shown you guys before in some videos. Like when I showed you guys how to sell your NPC businesses solo, which I'll be talking about again later. But right here, you're going to go off to the right, and then you're going to go up this path, up this hill. It's so much faster, so much easier. When you get to this tunnel here, you're going to want to slow down a bit, because if you go too fast, you're going to hit your head on top, you'll get knocked off your bike, and you'll lose time. But believe it or not, even if you get knocked off your bike, you'll most likely still have time to finish this race. When you get towards this part, turn off to the left, continue up the hill. Be careful, because there's a guardrail right on the other side of this hill, and there's NPC vehicles, as you can see. So just continue down. Now you're going to follow your waypoint. For the rest of the part, it's pretty much just a straight downhill, so be careful. There are little turns here and there. Just be careful of the NPCs, and you have an easy time trial. I completed this with so much time left, I was shocked. I was actually taking my time towards the end. I was going a lot slower. I was shocked at how much time I had left, as you will see. At this point, I'm not even a minute and 30 seconds into this time trial. So, and I'm almost there. I have plenty of time left. I finished it with almost a little more than 18 seconds left. Easy money. Like, take that route. Like I said before, I went the other way, and it was much harder. You know, I'd get like close to right to the end, and then I'd hit something and just be screwed. So take this new route. It's much easier, much safer. And we're on the RC time trial now. It is Power Station, which, if you remember the last time I did this time trial, it's probably one of my least favorite RC time trials. It's not easy, but it's not that hard either. The biggest issue with the Power Station RC time trial is the obstacles. As you can see, I have NPCs around when I'm trying to do mine. There are certain times of the day where there won't be NPCs around, or at least there'll be minimum NPCs around at times, which is usually like towards the dawn or towards dusk. But other than that, there's still obstacles. There's poles. There's, like, you know, the little sidewalk curves and stuff that you could hit. There's just so many things that you wouldn't think would screw you up that can. But as I always recommend, take a test run. Figure out where your markers are, how far you have to go, where your last few checkpoints are. I even screwed up there, but I still had time. Figure out where your last few checkpoints are, so you know just how far away from the finish you are, so you know if you're going to have time to make it or not. Take your time. Don't be afraid to slow down here and there. If you take a test run and take your time doing it and see how much time is left when you get to the end. If you have 10 seconds, then obviously you gotta tighten up some turns and stuff like that. If you have more than that, then you definitely need to go faster in a lot of areas. But take your time, learn the route, learn the time trial, learn where you need to turn, and you will get it done, just as I did. And I actually beat it, and I mean, not with a lot of, I screwed up there, but I beat it with, you know, some time left, which is surprising. So another $100,000 earned, another set of easy money, and we are going to go ahead and jump into your event week talking about easy money, because there is a lot of great money to be made this week in GTA Online. So this week we have 3 times GTA money on the Deadline Adversary mode. The Deadline Adversary mode is actually pretty fun. It is basically like the Tron game. You're using the Tron bike, the Shotaro bike, and you're basically building up barriers and for your enemies, the people you're playing against, to run into. It's actually a pretty fun game. It can get boring after a while, whatever, but for 3 times money, definitely take advantage of that. Also, by playing Deadline, you unlock the Shotaro if you have not done so already. And that will actually be a really good thing once I get to the vehicle discounts here in a bit. We also have 2 times GTA money in RP on Stunt Races. Stunt Races are really fun. They're really fun to do with friends. Have a good time. We also have 2 times GTA money in RP on biker sell missions. This is where you're going to make your money this week. This is where you're going to make a lot of money this week. On your Coke alone, I think you make almost $1 million, like $875,000. And if you sell that in a public lobby, you're definitely probably going to push $1 million on just one Coke sale. So definitely take advantage of that. Make a lot of money with that this week. Your podium vehicle this week is the GP1. I don't have it. And guess what? I still don't have it because I was not fortunate enough to win it again on the lucky wheel. I won another $30,000, which is cool. I like money. Money is good. I'll definitely take money. But I really want to win a damn vehicle one of these days. So I'm going to keep playing the lucky wheel this week to try to win that vehicle. It doesn't look like much. It looks like a sports classic vehicle. I honestly don't know what class it is, but I want to win a vehicle I don't have. So I'm going to try to win this one. Vehicle discounts this week. Good news, I actually have all of them with the exception of one Twitch Prime discount vehicle. So we're going to run through it. We have 40% off the Rampant Rocket. Now this vehicle is basically just a collector's item. It's not fast. The customization on it is not great at all. It is a collector's item. If you get this vehicle, only get it to have it because a lot of people don't. It's a collector's item. And then we have the Click. This is actually a fairly surprisingly fast vehicle. It is a muscle vehicle. I was surprised. I've had this vehicle for a long time and haven't driven it in forever. And I was driving it, I'm like, wow, this is actually a lot faster than I remember for a muscle vehicle. It's got some good customization. I think you can make it into like a taxi type vehicle or something like that. But the handling on it is not great. But at $545,000, I think maybe you could justify purchasing this vehicle. And then we have the Tulip, which is another muscle vehicle. This vehicle is not, I'd say this vehicle is so overpriced because there's nothing special about this vehicle compared to other vehicles like the Dominator, just other muscle vehicles. It literally looks like the other muscle vehicles. Customization's not great. There's nothing special about it. The price is just ridiculously high. Even at 40% off, I don't think it's worth it. Then we have 35% off the Ruiner 2000. The Ruiner 2000 is another collector's vehicle. It's the Knight Rider vehicle. It's kit. If you collect vehicles, then you should probably get this. However, it is outdated in the terms of like weaponized vehicles. It's cool. It can jump. It can, has a parachute. It shoots rockets, but it's outdated by the Deluxo and the Oppressors and everything else that we have in this game. The Scramjet. It's just outdated. So choose your money wisely on that. I mean, it's a couple $1 million if you have the trade price. So be careful with that. Then we have the X80 Proto, 35% off the X80 Proto. This vehicle is one of my favorite vehicles. It is fast. It's 4-wheel drive, so all the wheels spin, which is kind of a rarity with some of the vehicles in GTA Online. It's expensive, don't get me wrong. Even at 35% off, it's still expensive. But this vehicle is just looks totally different than anything else you see on GTA Online still. The customization is really good. A lot of people were calling it like the Batmobile back when it first came up. Then we actually got the Vigilante, which is the Batmobile. So I would recommend this vehicle if you have the money. Definitely cop that. And then, as I mentioned before, we have the Shotaro. The Shotaro is on sale at 35% off. Play deadline, unlock the Shotaro, buy the Shotaro. It is a very, very fast motorcycle, and it is the only motorcycle in the game that lights up. Like the actual core of the vehicle, the motorcycle lights up. I don't think any other vehicles do that, in fact. So not just motorcycles, but vehicles in general. Customization is pretty cool. It's not extravagant. There's not a lot you can do with it, but like you can totally change the lighting like to whatever color you want. So definitely cop the Shotaro. And then we have the Blazer Aqua. I wouldn't recommend buying this if you don't need it. It is cool because it is amphibious and can go on land, it can go on water. It has a little pea shooter. So if you want it, buy it. But the thing about the Blazer Aqua and the Ruiner 2000 is that they have to be stored in your import-export vehicle warehouse. They're stored beneath the warehouse. So if you don't have an import-export warehouse, you can't really buy these. So just be aware of that. Your Twitch Prime rewards for this week and probably honestly next week are 80% off the Verlier and 70% off the Oppressor Mark 1. I don't have the Verlier, so I can't show you that, but I can show you the price as you see here on the screen. As for the Oppressor Mark 1, if you have an Oppressor Mark 2, you don't need the Mark 1. The Mark 1, however, is kind of fun to just do backflips and loop-de-loops. That's pretty much all it's good for these days. It does have rockets, and it is pretty fast if you're just driving around and using the rocket boost to get around. But however, you have to be on the ground to refresh the rocket boost. So spend wisely. That's all I can say. And that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys make a lot of money this week. Spend wisely on what you're going to buy, because there still may be a DLC right around the corner. Who knows? A lot of people don't know. Even the leakers don't know. So spend wisely. Think about what you're going to buy. And buy it, I guess. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. My name is DJCS. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop it a like. I would greatly appreciate that. If you are new here, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I am still working on that 100 sub celebration video. I'm just trying to figure out. I know what I want to do. It's just going to take me a while to do it. So, but my name is DJCS. Have a good one, guys. I will see you in the next video. And as always, don't forget to tip your DJ. Later, dudes.